Instead of ethanol, could you have hempanol or?
Well, it's possible. I mean, a lot of biofuels is very big right now. Hemp would be another example of a biofuel. Just like some, like hippies diesel cars can be converted using vegetable oil, and they can run off of vegetable oil. So hemp oil could feasibly run a diesel engine as well. In fact, some of the first engines ever produced, you got to remember, this is the first engines ever produced, like around here and stuff, was like 1903, around there. I know it was 1903, a major company, I'm not sure which one, sorry. But their engines were run off of hemp oil because it was common. You understand? It was like everybody didn't question it. It was part of our culture. And now it has been relabeled as demonized in a certain sense. And one of the things I'm trying to do is relabel it again, back to the way it was before.
Someone just said that actually the term marijuana was a racist.
I did hear that recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the origins of that or how that really works.
Maybe we'll find out, but
maybe we will.
But so I think you were telling me though that the hemp that would be produced industrially is not that which makes people high.
That's correct. It will not make you high. It's impossible.
Well, what is it? So what is it?
Okay, basically cannabis sativa, which is the for lack of a better word, the cannabis plant, I guess, was discovered and cultivated in India a long time ago, millennium ago. And when people realized that, they have a whole bunch of plants growing in one field, and then in another field, they smoke the first plants they're used for rope, and no one really thinks about it. And someone figures out you smoke this one over here, it does get you a little high or whatever. Okay, so then they start to breed those plants for that purpose.
Okay.
It serves a human need, apparently. And then they started to breed the same plant, but they breed it in different ways to get better rope. And then a third variety, from what I've been told, is they bred for seeds, probably used for oil and possibly feed for animals and things like that. The whole hemp plant can be used on the farm as well. It was nothing is thrown away.
That is so interesting. When we're going to be taking a break in about a minute and a half. So, but when we come back to, I really want to hear about all the different people that you have coming to this concert. I think this sounds like it's going to be great fun.
Yes, it will.
But I guess you really want to make it clear that there will be no
illegal drugs.
No illegal drugs.
No underage drinking. Yeah, we have a pretty large security force headed up by a friend of mine who is a Marine Corps, ex-Marine Corps gentleman, and he'll be in charge. I'll give him a badge. He will have a stinking he'll have a stinking badge.
You have a few good men.
More than a few, like 25.
Trying to make sure that everybody stays cool. And
safe, yeah, absolutely.
It is unfortunate, I think, that most people are basically clueless about the value of hemp in our culture or cannabis, because we have spent, a good deal of time demonizing it.
We spent 70 years doing that,
yeah. Well, when we come back, we'll talk more about that and about the festivities to come.
Okay.
The Mary Jane Festival. Okay, welcome back. We are talking about the Mary Jane Festival. Is that what we're calling it?
We call it the Mary Jane Fest.
The Mary Jane Fest. And it's going to be in Spring Grove, September 12th.
And 13th.
And 13th. So it's a Friday night through Sunday?
It's a Saturday through Sunday.
Okay.
It's actually approximately 32 hours of being on the grounds, but we have 26 hours of music during that time.
You mean the music's going to be playing through the night?
Till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and are there neighbors around that may object
Not many.
to this?
we
make sure you invite them.
We talked with them. Yeah. There's one gentleman who doesn't mind at all because he's almost completely deaf. He's very
that works out.
Very nice. I really liked him. And then the next closest people are like 300 yards away. And after a certain time, and there's no sound ordinance, but we don't want to disturb anybody. The music is going to be housed inside a pavilion, so
That'll muffle it somewhat.
yeah, a lot.
So there's camping.
Yes, it's overnight from Saturday to Sunday.
So people are encouraged to bring tents, or are there
Absolutely.
hookups for campers?
Yeah, there's no. That's a good point. There are no RV hookups. It's just camping.
Okay.
They're welcome to bring food, but we will sell them beverages and food as well.
Are there places where they can cook their hot dogs and stuff?
We have bonfires. Yep. We
Okay.
have license to have bonfires. We'll have at least 2. I mean, if you want to bring hot dogs and put them on a stick, you can.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, would you suggest people bring their children? I mean, if there are. Listen, by the way, what is
Yes.
this? Today's the 30th anniversary of Woodstock?
That's what I heard. I have not confirmed that. Anybody?
Woodstock.
No. So that's interesting. This is going to be the Woodstock of South Central Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
The 21st century, Woodstock. Except hopefully, we actually make some money and that we don't go too far in debt like they did at Woodstock, and
it doesn't
put
rain.
it towards a good cause. But well, that would be good too. But everything's covered. Pavilions, everything's covered. So it's not an issue of shocking anybody, and most people should be able to stand on the pavilions.
All right. So do you have? Okay. How many bands do you have coming?
18, at least.
Okay. You want to tell us what some of their names are?
I think I do.
Well, will somebody in this audience recognize these
I
guys?
hope so. I hope so. We have some great bands. We have Pasadena. A lot of these bands from Baltimore. Pasadena, Anti-Heroes, Bond and Bentley, Compound from York, Unit 13, a DJ from York, DJ Atreyu, MC Windchill from Baltimore, BC from Hanover, Vinny Vegas is a band from Baltimore, Nancy Sirianni is coming from New York City.
Wow.
Yeah, I met her on set because I'm an actor. Flight Cage Syndrome from Hanover, The Big Scare from Baltimore, Hippie from Philadelphia. The Sketchbook Diary, who I'm excited about, they're coming from Dover, Pennsylvania, so they're pretty close to where we are now. And Jason Weinberg from Hanover will be there as well.
Well, now if all of these bands have groupies, you're gonna
Then
have.
I should be okay.
You'll be fine. But the problem with the groupies is they'll never put any money out. That's the problem.
Well,
I mean, if it's like
I don't
it
know
was.
what a groupie really is. What's your definition of a groupie?
I don't know.
Someone who's cheap.
I'm just. Well, actually, the other night I saw the Monterey Pop Festival. I think it was Monterey. Was that it?
You said something about that, yeah.
Was it?
In California.
In California, when they had Janis Joplin and
Yeah, I
and
tried to
Jimi
get Janice.
Hendrix.
Janice and Jimmy were both
Jimmy
booked.
and Otis Redding. He's not available
He's
either.
not available either, yeah. But Pasadena is.
Good. Well, do you think the more mature folks, like I'm just thinking maybe
Honestly, it's an interesting mix. Honestly, I mean, we have bands. I mean, there's some bands we're still looking to book, like Jimmy's Chicken Shack. But it's an issue of affordability. A lot of these bands, this is their career, and
Sure.
and a lot of these people, we're getting them to do it for virtually nothing because they support the cause, because they want to meet 1,000 new fans. And a lot of them are friends of ours too, so
Sure.
that helps. But we also have everything from sort of hard rock to just acoustic acts and folk acts. If you are concerned, I would say I don't know. I mean, it's really hard for me to say. This is kind of like my first time doing this. I'm sure no one will be in any sort of danger. I have a lot of people making sure of that, and security will be there and taking care of people. So.
Well, do you anticipate? I mean, I
Yeah.
keep picturing.
I picture different things
I
every day.
picture baby
Every day.
boomers showing up, maybe just because it'll take them back to
I
the
would
day.
love that. I would love that.
Wouldn't it be cool?
would
And
love
then
that.
and of course then their kids wouldn't show up because
Because
Dad
mom and dad.